in the JK Games, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
And whether you play on easy mode...
or you like a good challenge.
This is a...
You want to start?
This is a show... It left my lips a little too suddenly. This is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge.
Ooh, yeah. See, we're not...
My lips are dry.
We're not perfect. We're going to leave that in because you know what? We're just human, okay?
Yeah, and I just don't want to record over it again, you know?
Speaking of being human, I am one of the humans that co-host the podcast. My name is Kayla. That is my human name.
Okay, I'll hold on a second. And I'm the other human. My name's Jerica. What's your non-human name, Kayla?
That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked, Jerica. You know... I don't know. I'm going to have to think on it. Maybe a name. Backwards, you could do my non-human name is Alyak. That's my name backwards.
Wow, that's actually really cool.
Alyak. Yours would be...
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to say. Let me see if I can spell my name backwards like really fast.
Akarish.
Akarish?
Aserish.
I was just, you know what came to my mind first before we went into our names going backwards?
What?
Like spelled backwards. I was like, I've been obsessed. I could tell it's been a long week for me mentally when I go to YouTube and I search for random things that make me happy or I want to learn about.
Aww.
It has nothing to do with my life. And I learned a lot about platypuses last night. A platypus is the best creature of all time. And I used to love goats.
I love goats.
But the platypus has taken the top spot. So I was trying to think of a name, back to what we were talking about, like a name to incorporate the word platypus into a robot. So platybutt. Platybutt puss.
I don't know. I don't know, Jerica.
Yeah. That is now my new robot name, non-human name. So yeah. But yeah, if you don't know a lot about the platypuses, and that's how I've heard that multiple times as the plural, like correct way to say platypuses, not platypi. It's platypuses. Okay. They're incredible creatures. They're only like in Australia. I think they're endangered. I can't remember that factoid, but they lay eggs. But they nurse their babies because they have hair. They're mammals.
Yeah, but they lay eggs.
They have web feet and a bill like a duck. Okay. Anyways, I will start another show about platypuses.
A whole separate podcast.
Yeah, the platypus rules. It's so cute and so unique, and they can float around in the water. So if you haven't looked up a platypus in a while, go to YouTube and do it.
Jerica, I love how our listeners probably didn't expect to learn something new today about animals, but I love that you brought this fact.
So
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm here. Maybe I'll have a random platypus fact every week now, you know?
Really? I would love that.
Yeah, I probably could. There's a lot of facts out there. That was the platypus segment of the show, and now we can get into what this show's really about, and that's video games.
Yeah. Well, honestly, welcome to JK Games, where, you know, sometimes you'll get the occasional, like, gaming news, the occasional, like, what are we playing this week? What are we doing? What's the 411? Also, you get a little sprinkle, a little spice of just weird. And
it's just... The platypus YouTube videos it really relaxed me last night, and I felt better about the world we live in because the platypus exists and it's not extinct.
We're gonna have to get you to meet one day.
I am really gonna. It's on my bucket list now. I want to meet a platypus. So
let's do that.
Okay,
together.
It's easy.
Wait, really?
No, I don't know. It's probably quite difficult. They're only in specific places in Australia.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm sure, especially if they're endangered. Anyways, hi. Today,
we're still talking about the platypuses. It's just fun to say too.
Today, we are Perry the platypus. Did you watch that? Did you watch Phineas and Ferb?
No, but they played a lot of those videos from that show.
I'm sure they did. It's Phineas and Ferb.
That's it.
So today, if this is your first time, welcome to the crazy. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and start with our loadout. Doop 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 doop. That was my platypus noise.
Yeah.
What noise do they make, actually?
I don't know if they make sounds at all, but if they do, that's it.
Yeah. Well, today we are going to talk about Xbox 360, to be exact. Our next edition of Console Chatter is today. It's been a while since we've done one. We did PS4 Console Chatter. We did GameCube. We did N64 with Josh, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then I believe that's all we've done so far, I think.
Yeah, that's all we're at. And we've finally decided to do Xbox 360, which is today.
Yeah. So I learned a lot. I did a little bit of research. Xbox 360 was a big console for me. I played a lot on my Xbox 360. And Jerica did as well. So we're going to talk about all of our favorite memories. And we're going to do a little bit of history of, if this is your first Console Chatter episode, that's kind of how that works. Also, you might hear some thunder. Where Jerica and I live, and again, we live in similar areas, you can hear it's storming, so you might hear the occasional thunder.
It's really cozy. All that can make this better would be a little platypus on my desk.
Oh my God. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's our expert mode. But of course, we have our easy mode, which is where we talk about what we've been playing this week, what we've been doing, if we watched anything cool. And then we have our normal mode where we talk about our news. We've got a couple of things to talk about this week. Nothing too crazy. Like last week, we had a lot of our conspiracy theories with Blue Box that we were talking about last week. If you missed that, definitely go back and listen to it. And then for our... Oh, also last week we talked about indie games. So if you want to check out last week's episode, we talked all about indie games. I actually do have one for this episode, again, that I wanted to mention in passing. Maybe I'll put that in easy mode. I haven't played it, but it's upcoming. And so, yeah, that's what our episode's going to look like this week. We appreciate you being here. And of course, if you don't already, follow us over on Instagram and Twitter. Our is at JK Games Podcast, and our Twitch is at JK Games Cast. So make sure you follow us on Twitch, because we've been working on some things. I know we've been talking about it for a while, but me and Jerica are actually testing it tonight and trying to get it up and running. Our Twitch, we're going to work on streaming together and just playing some games. Maybe watch me get scared in some future streams. Watch Jerica laugh at me.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And then I can't wait.
So it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I am illiterate when it comes to this, but we're also starting a Discord server. It is not up and running yet, but we are going to have that soon that you can also join. So that'll be fun. I'll post it on our socials whenever we get that up and running. So go ahead and just follow us over on Instagram, and you can see when that is good to go. And of course, don't forget to leave us a review on whatever platform you're listening on after you send us an email, because why not? jkgamespodcast@gmail.com, just email us and then leave us a review after you're done. All right, that's all for our loadout, folks. Let's jump. I just
jump right in there.
I combined jump and hop into jop. Let's jop right in.
Let's jump right in.
Easy mode, baby. Jerica, what you been playing lately? It's been
So, it's been a week, and I know last week I maybe touched on, I'm just playing a few things on the Xbox Series X because I have Game Pass. So I'm trying out some games that, that's been in a backlog, not of Doom, because maybe I haven't played them, just games I want to play, but I don't necessarily want to pay for.
Yeah.
I'm paying for Game Pass, but at the same time, it's like 3 months free, so I guess I'm sort of not right now. So I'm just going through things that are like tickling my fancy, just sort of like sitting through. It's almost, the Xbox is reminding, this service that Xbox provides, Game Pass, reminds me of Netflix, but for my video game console, because like I'm just like surfing through all the games I could potentially download and play, and I can't really land on anything I want to. I just had downloaded a lot of stuff, so I'm just trying to like focus and make myself play some of the games I've downloaded.
Yeah.
And funny enough, like I said, just trying to decompress and relax and, have my brain just relax. So I'm wanting a game that it's pretty chill, looking for a chill game.
Yeah. So
I downloaded this game called SnowRunner. Okay. Let me read I'm going to read the description here. Conquer dangerous territory alone or with friends in this next generation of off-road experience. Get in the driver's seat of powerful vehicles as you conquer extreme open environments with the most advanced terrain simulation ever. Drive 40 vehicles from brands such as Ford, Chevrolet, Freightliner, and as you leave your mark on an untamed open world. So I've hopped into this game and literally I'm driving like an 18-wheeler around this beautiful landscape, and I'm delivering things. So right now I'm just trying to repair a bridge. So I went and picked up some pipe and some iron and some wood, and I just drive back and forth. I have to put the truck in different modes. I don't drive a stick, so I don't know.
Different it's a stick. Shifts. I don't know.
Shifts. Yeah, you have to shift in different gears. There we go. Got to shift gears if you get in the mud or go off-roading, because there's dangerous terrain in this game. So you don't want to lose your load. Sorry, I just laughed at what I said. You don't want to lose it. Okay?
Oh my god.
So I'm all about
You can't see it, my disappointed face at Jericho.
Oh, so I'm just like getting in this truck, Kayla, and making deliveries. So, and it's real relaxing.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding on another level.
Yep.
I'm just pretending it's Sam Porter Bridges in this truck, and there's a baby pod in there too.
Jericho, that's hilarious to me. That's so funny. Is it fun?
So I just wanted to, it's fun. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I wish I could pick different levels. Like I just want to pick this route would be great. I don't need it doesn't really have a story, but it's like trying to make me build this bridge, and I just want to drive. I don't want to be hindered.
Oh my god.
By this broken bridge.
Did you hear that?
Oh, it's the thunder on your end now. Wow.
Oh no, it's made it to me.
It is. Yeah, that's so cool. It traveled.
Wow, weather. So funny how
weather's
it works.
So neat.
What else have you been playing? Anything else?
Besides SnowRunner, I've been.
I looked it up. It looks interesting.
It is. It's, I don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but I like these little driving simulator games.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to see what else is in it. But that's all I've been playing. There is something else I've picked up and played from Game Pass, but I'm gonna wait to share that because it is an Xbox 360 game.
Ooh.
It's actually, I might say, it's my favorite Xbox game.
Wow.
Besides Halo. So. And I've been playing that because it's on the Game Pass. So I will hold off on what else I've been playing when we get to our expert mode.
All right.
That's it. All right. That's all I've been playing,
So
I know it's so exciting.
No, I thought it was interesting. So I have been not playing a whole lot, not gonna lie. I have mainly been playing... I haven't really played any more Ratchet and Clank since last time that we recorded. I as well as you have been pretty busy. So I've been playing on my handheld device a lot still on my Switch. I'm still playing Cozy Grove, which I think is going to be never ending. You know how like Animal Crossing, there's a lot of stuff to collect. Obviously, there's a lot to do. But you kind of feel like you hit a brick wall sometimes, like when you're playing.
Yeah.
I don't feel that way with Cozy Grove much, except it's the difference between it and Animal Crossing is like Animal Crossing, I forget, is it real time where it's like a day is another day? Yeah, it is, right? Like
okay.
I think so. Yeah, when you go like...
Oh, Animal Crossing definitely is.
Cozy Grove is the same way, and there's some stuff where it'll be like, okay, you can't do any more of this today. You can do it tomorrow, which is like kind of like, rah! Like I can't do this anymore. But there's so much other things that you can do because there's a huge catalog for like essentially their version of the museum. There's so many things that like you can collect and turn into like their little museum, and you earn like little rewards. It's very addicting. It's very comforting and very like just chill, which is what I've also needed with games recently, Jerica, like you said. And then of course I hopped on Apex a little bit, but mostly I've just been playing on my Switch. I've been playing Cozy Grove and I've been playing Stardew Valley. And then I picked up, I've been kind of bouncing around between games recently. And then I also picked up, again, the Titanfall 2 campaign and some of the multiplayer, which I still need to finish that game. I need you to play it too. I think you would love it. But it's a very short campaign. Again, it's only like 6 hours, but I play it in spurts because like I've played it before. And I know how it is, but I just love it so much that I wanted to replay it. But that is kind of where I'm at right now. I didn't get to play as much as I would like, but I did. I have been watching Loki. Have you been watching Loki, Jerica?
We are saving and trying to wait until they're all out. We haven't been spoiled by anything, so
that's good.
Yes.
So I haven't watched.
We're trying to avoid it.
Right. You got to be careful. So it comes out. So you guys are listening to this on a Friday, but today is Wednesday, which is when the episode comes out. I'm trying to avoid spoilers as well because apparently, but I heard tonight's episode was really good. We haven't watched it yet. I think there's only 6 episodes, so you don't have too much longer to wait, Jerica.
Okay.
I think this was only the third one, and so you have 3 more. Anyways, it's very good. Highly recommend. It's on Disney Plus. If you don't already watch it, you definitely should. Super entertaining, super weird. You will love it, Derek. I'm so excited to hear. And so, but really quick, I wanted to mention, we talked about last week, if you missed last week's episode, how we're going to start talking about like a weekly indie game that we're excited about or that we've played, whether it's both of us or whether it's just one of us. That's totally fine as well. But I saw this game caught my eye. I don't remember. I think I saw it on Twitter. I sent it to our gaming group chat. It's called Palia. Have you seen this, Jerica?
Okay. No. Better look it up.
Palia. Oh, this looks like my perfect game. I'm so excited. Okay. It's by the Singularity 6 is the developer name. Okay. And it is an MMO simulator game. It's like you need to watch the trailer. You can't right now necessarily, but I'm going to read a little bit of the blurb. That it's a new community sim game for you and your friends, an enchanting world full of mystery. After disappearing thousands of years ago, humans have just begun to reappear across Palia. As one of the newly reemerged humans, you will have to find your place in the world, uncover the mysteries of humanity's past, or just live a simple life. You decide. So there's like a story. And then there's also like
awesome.
Kind of like farming like kind of aspect to it. So there's like multiple layers. So you can like garden, fish, and cook and stuff. And then there's like a cast of characters. So there's like, if you watch the trailer, you get to see like some of the characters and the art is beautiful. And then it's online, like, so it's an MMO. So you can play like with anyone. And so let me see what is other. Hold on.
I'm like watching the trailer as you talk.
So Palia is a massively multiplayer community simulation game set in a brand new high fantasy world with elements of open world adventure games. So it's a cozy, welcoming world that we hope fans of the community sim genre will love for years to come. Is there a story in Palia? Yes. So there's like a story mode. I don't know that there's a launch date yet. Yeah, so it's on their FAQ on their website. It says we're not ready to announce that just yet, but make sure you follow us on social media and join our Discord. So they have a Discord to be the first to know. And you can sign up for the pre-alpha right now, which is supposed to start soon. So I signed up for that. Hopefully I get to play it because I'm very excited. And the pre-alpha will only be available on PC, unfortunately, but I will make it work. Mm-hmm. So... So yeah, that's my game. It sounds really interesting. There's like, it's multifaceted. There's like a bunch of, it sounds like it falls into a bunch of different genre categories. So yeah, that's the game that I am excited about, and we will keep you updated on when it launches and stuff. It's definitely on my
signed
radar.
up for their pre-alpha, so maybe be able to try it out at some point.
Yeah. What do you think? In the trailer, cute.
It does look very cool. Like that would be a cool type of game to make online multiplayer, just where people can like. It'd be neat. I don't know if this would be what it will be like, but like if it was like a shared large town.
That's what it seems like.
And you just do your thing, but you could look down the street and see someone else like working on their farm. Like that'd be really cool.
I could come help water your crops, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And versus like with Animal Crossing, like you have to be invited to islands.
Yeah.
Like what if it was just sort of like naturally happening on your own island? Like it's just one big island. So that'd be really cool.
That's what it seems like. I don't know. I'm excited about it though. But that's all I have for this week's Easy Mode. So we can go ahead and jump into our news.
Let's do it.
Baby. Do you want me to? I'll lead with the first bit, and then you could talk about PSX. Exciting.
Yep, and then you can do the next bit, and then I'll do the last bit.
Yeah, sounds great.
Boom.
The last bit.
the last.
Get it?
Of us bit. The last bit.
You didn't think we would stop talking about The Last of Us, did you?
Never.
You didn't really think. You thought wrong. So.
You thought wrong.
So, I'm going to make sure I say this properly because when we were talking earlier, I mispronounced this. And honestly, it should be the way I said it, okay? I'm right, of course.
Should.
I'm just kidding.
It should.
So, Housemarque has joined the PlayStation Studios family. Woo!
If you loved Returnal, guess what? There's probably going to be more games like that on a larger scale, baby.
Yeah.
So excited for this news.
I didn't really recognize the name, so I looked into it and I had to look and see. In this article, I'm just reading from PlayStation Blog. It's from Herman Holst. So developers of classic PlayStation hits, including Returnal, Super Stardust HD, and Dead Nation, join PlayStation Studios. Today, I'm thrilled to announce a new member to the PlayStation Studios family. I have been a fan of Housemarque since the studio's early days when they introduced Super Stardust HD. Did you play that, Jerica?
I did not.
I haven't either. To PlayStation fans, Housemarque's recent release of Returnal proves the studio is one with incredible vision, capable of creating memorable new games that resonate with our community. The addition enhances the creative force of PlayStation Studios, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for Housemarque. Welcome to the family. Aww, that's so cute. Yeah, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
I did not play Returnal, but I heard a lot of good things from everyone. So I'm excited to see what they'll make.
Like, I'm going to get back to it. I streamed it for a minute, like a couple of nights that I played, so I got to get back to it. It's one of those that I just keep itching to get back to. But it's so hard. But it's just a really pretty game. It's a great PlayStation 5 game, and I'm really impressed with what they did with it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what comes from them. I think it's a good move for Sony, and I'm eager to see like who else will join PlayStation Studios.
Come on in.
You know?
Come on in and sit down.
It's almost because, like, following this news, like, I think it was PlayStation Japan, if I'm not mistaken, accidentally, I don't know if they've spoiled something, but they did post the incorrect picture highlighting another studio called Bluepoint. Recently, did Demon Souls for the remake for PlayStation 5. But they put out the wrong image, like celebrating "Welcome to the PlayStation family," and it was the wrong picture.
Oh, I did see that. I saw somebody was talking about that.
So I wonder if Blue Point Studios is also eventually gonna join the family. We'll see. I just wonder what that slip up was about.
That is funny.
Let's go.
All right. Next little bit, Jerica, tell me about it.
All right. So I'm gonna read this article, but basically, there's some rumors that PlayStation Experience may be making a comeback this year. So this article I got from Game Rant, written by Richard Warren, and it goes like this. Many gamers were let down by the lack of PlayStation news at E3 2021, though most believe that Sony will be holding an event of its own to make up for it. A new trademark filled by the company seems to support this theory, as it suggests that a new PlayStation Experience event is going to be held in the near future. A big reason why PlayStation fans grew so attached to Sean Layden, PlayStation Experience was essentially the brand's second E3 from 2014 to 2017. So the last one was in 2017. With highlights that include like the reveal of The Last of Us Part 2 during the 2016 keynote, as well as gameplay demonstrations for Uncharted 4 at Thief's End and Bloodborne a few years prior. Many of these fond memories happened at these events. Now fans have a reason to believe that it could be returning, with Sony filing a brand new trademark for the PlayStation Experience name. So this is cool news.
That is cool.
I am so ready. I'm glad they're bringing it back. I'm glad it was something that maybe, after 2017, we sort of got a glimpse of like, these are the games coming to PlayStation. We're not going to talk about anything else until Death Stranding, The Last of Us. I feel like there was something else on my radar that I'm forgetting, like Days Gone, maybe. Maybe Spider-Man was also in that list at the time, these are the games that are coming. And after those announcements, they really didn't focus on any new titles until this year or last year with the PlayStation 5. So I could see why there wasn't a lot of games in the pipeline near the end of the PlayStation 4 life cycle. So at that point, they're like, there's no point for us to have this PlayStation Experience event if we don't have games to talk about. So the fact that it could be happening again makes sense. We want to know what games are coming next for the PlayStation 5. So whatever PlayStation does next is going to be huge. And if it's PlayStation Experience, I am excited. I don't know if it will be like during the summer, because historically they've been in December, like near the Game Award time. PlayStation Experience would happen. And you could actually go. Like, PlayStation Experience is open to fans. So like people from all over can go and hang out and watch these presentations, which is really cool. But I don't know if it would be something that happens this summer. It would be, that'd be cool. But I do expect PlayStation at some point, it should be soon, we should be hearing from them with their next like state of play, like whatever
we were thinking
their live stream's going to be. I'm hoping. The rumor was like this week, but who knows. Anyways, I'm excited for PlayStation Experience. That means they have lots of games they're planning on getting us hyped for. Also, PlayStation VR 2 would probably be something that would be talked about there. Let's get hyped.
I'm excited
for PlayStation.
Jericho was telling me about it. I had no idea what it was. That was on the, that was on the cusp of when I became a Sony gal. Was around 2016 or 2015, 2016. So I wasn't super invested into the culture.
Man.
So, but next up we have the July PlayStation Plus games are here. So we have, drumroll, Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which I will be downloading because I don't think
that was the one that was multiplayer only and you had to buy it.
I don't think I played this one. I didn't because of that. So I'm interested to see, just because it's free, just to see how it goes. And then we have WWE 2K Battlegrounds.
Let's go.
I have no desire.
I'm already playing, what is it, Ice Trucker 2000. What am I playing? Thank you. I'm playing SnowRunner. Might as well download. No offense to WWE. I mean, I know that's a cool thing, but like, I should add that to my random list of games I'm playing. And just try it out.
And then the PS5 game is A Plague Tale: Innocence.
Yes, that's a good one. That's on my list because it got announced. The sequel got announced at the Xbox showcase.
Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna download it.
It's really good. Right now. Please download it.
I guess when you're listening, it'll be available. But yeah, very exciting. I'm probably gonna download. I'm gonna download Call of Duty. I'm gonna download Plague Tale. I just don't have desire to play WWE. No offense. It's not my style, you know. But Jerica, do you want to take the last bit before we get into
the last
Xbox?
bit of us includes. We know who's going to be playing Sarah in the Last of Us series for HBO. It's Nico Parker. So we have a new cast to add, a new member of the cast of the Last of Us show, which just keeps solidifying that this is really happening and I cannot wait to see how. I just cannot wait to see this on screen. Other than, like, obviously we played the video game, but I still can't wait to see how the story is going to be told through a television show, and I'm sure it will not disappoint. If anything, it's going to give us more details about the game that we didn't get in the game. So I'm just like, more Last of Us, more backstory. Give it to me, please. So that's exciting.
That is exciting.
I don't want to talk too much about like story stuff, because just in case you listen to the show and you've never played The Last of Us, or you want to wait to watch the show, so I won't speculate just yet. But I am excited for this announcement.
Yeah. And
she's actually the daughter of, I believe it's like
Thandoe.
Huh? Thandoe Newton, which, if I'm not mistaken, she was in Westworld. Am I correct?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. I'm looking at her right now. Yes, she was in Westworld.
I saw a picture of her and her daughter, and I was like, I think that's that lady from Westworld.
Yes. It is. I don't know. She looks familiar for something else. I haven't watched Westworld, actually. But
it's so good.
I know. I remember you really enjoyed it, and I put it on my list to watch. I just still haven't gotten to it yet.
You would like it, I think.
I'm gonna read. I have a running list of things I need to watch, so I'm gonna make sure it's on there. Yep, it is. Yeah, so I didn't realize we have a good bit of casting info now. We've got Ellie, we've got Joel, we've got Tommy, and now we've got Sarah. Is that all we have so far?
Yes. And the voice actress that actually does voice acting for Marlene is actually going to be the actress that plays her in the show.
Oh, that's so neat.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
Which is pretty. It's exciting. Like, that's also another part of this that's really cool. Like, that would be. It's just gonna be cool to like hear her voice in particular, just because she is Marlene in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool to see her on the big screen.
I'm sure that's exciting for her too.
They should start filming next. I think it's next month. They start filming. So this show is going to come out a lot sooner than we think.
I'm excited.
I'm expecting next year it's going to come out. And I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
We may have to do like some sort of like bonus episode when it comes out. Like we could do.
Oh, we will. We should do.
Yes. We could do like maybe let's
do an episode recap show.
Yeah. Maybe
like a side show.
Maybe that could be some exclusive content or something. Who knows?
I have ideas with this, Kayla. Good idea.
Keep us, just us brainstorming during the episode, as we always do.
Yeah, that's what we do.
We always come up with our best ideas like while we're recording. Anyways,
I know. We are amazing. Okay. All the platypuses agree.
Yes. All right. Well, that wraps up our news portion. Hopefully we'll have some more news next week pertaining to Sony and PlayStation.
Please, God. I'm so ready.
Let's keep our fingers and our toes crossed and see what comes out. So let's get into our expert mode, baby. Let's talk Xbox. Let's talk Xbox 360, Jerica. Man, what a trip!
It was a great console.
What a trip down memory lane. This got brought up because last week we were talking about Jerica just welcomed a new baby to the family, and by baby I mean a console.
You sort of scared me. I was like, what?
A console.
I was like, good God, where'd this happen? Which is weird, because I had a weird dream the other night where that sort of happened, and it freaked me out. No one asked me if it was okay, so I'm not going to digress into that. But
okay.
Babies are entering my life in weird ways.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about a real child. We're talking about the Xbox Series X, and there's a lot of Xbox 360 games on it, so I'm just like missing it.
Yeah. So because of that, we decided to have this episode today. So I did a quick little searchy-roo of the original Xbox 360, because we have 3 different versions of the Xbox 360 that released. I did not know there was 3. Did you know that, Jerica?
No, I mean, if you asked me, I would have been like, I think there was the original, and then there was a slim version, like a slimmer version. And if there was another one, I missed it.
Yeah.
I don't recall.
So there was the original Xbox 360, which released November 22nd, 2005.
Whoa.
Yeah, I did not realize it was that long ago. I was actually very surprised by the dates within this that I was researching, because the Xbox 360 ran, like, the lifespan was from 2005 to 2016. That's a long lifespan, I feel like, right? It's pretty long.
And it doesn't surprise me, though, because I feel like a good chunk of my time, probably the most games I've played have been on the Xbox 360.
Yeah. I think that's pretty interesting. So the original came out in 2005, and then we were plagued with the Red Ring of Death, which happened in a lot of the early release consoles during the original that released, requiring an extension of the warranty. So they did try to, make it right and have a warranty extension on all of the ones that were having issues. Or really, I think they did it on all of them, just in general, in case the issue occurred. I didn't dive too much into that. We have to bring it up if we're talking about the Xbox 360. We talked about it some last week where I experienced it. I guess mine was out of warranty, or I was young, so I don't know. But I did the whole towel trick where you have to melt basically the inside of the Xbox. But so that occurred, and that it didn't slow down sales though, because it was the 6th highest selling console in history. Number 6. That's pretty high up there. But I was looking at the list, and let's talk about the list, okay? Let's see top selling consoles.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's before.
What do you think the top one is?
Super Nintendo.
So.
Or no, hold on. Oh, Jesus. It's either Nintendo or PlayStation. I mean, there's not a lot of choices, but it's got to be PlayStation 2.
I lost my place. Hold on. Yes. PlayStation 2 comes in at number 1.
I held my breath. I was like, wait, let's not go there, because that was super retro, which at the time, I don't know. I don't see people buying games as often, so maybe not. But PlayStation 2 is I think, okay, yeah, I just went with my gut.
155 million units. PlayStation 2.
Wow.
And then coming in at number 2, we have PlayStation 4.
Wow.
Which is interesting, right?
Well, PlayStation 4 was the best decade of not even a whole decade, best console. That was the best time. Best games came to PlayStation 4.
Yeah. 108 million units. And then we have, coming in at 3 is the OG PlayStation. The original. And then number 4, we have the Wii, Nintendo Wii.
Okay.
Number 5, PlayStation 3.
I'm surprised that made the list.
Number 6, Xbox 360.
PlayStation 3?
Yeah.
More units than the Xbox 360?
I know, right? PlayStation 3, it says 86 million units. But,
wow.
That's the thing. It was a lot more expensive, too. Interesting. And then the Xbox 360, 85 million units. And then NES is number 7. Nintendo Switch, number 8. And then number 9, SNES. Number 10, Xbox One. Okay. Just in case you're curious, I just went through the whole one.
And it's pretty wild. Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
The difference.
Those were the two that came out at the same time. Yeah. So, man, I know we're talking about Xbox, but man, what a comeback for PlayStation. Yeah. I still can't get over that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? So the Xbox 360S, so the Slim, I had both. I had the original and the Slim. What did you have, Jerica?
Well, I technically had the I remember when it was about to come out, and I had an Xbox. I had an original Xbox, and had the Halo one. It was green and see-through.
Ah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
You don't still have it?
I still have it. It's at Mom's basement, so... It was funny because one of my friends of the family was visiting, and he's younger, and he was helping my mom in the basement.
So what is this dinosaur?
He's trying to take it home. No, he knew what it was. I was like, nope, he's a collector. He knows what it is. Don't let him see it. He'll try to take it with him. and that's mine. Okay. So I actually have an Xbox 360 in this room. I'm looking back at it, and like people are able to see. So I don't know why, but it's an R2D2 Star Wars.
I have seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, the PlayStation or the Xbox 360, and it comes with a C3PO controller.
Man, that's
and
so
it makes
cute.
the R2D2 sound when you like turn it on.
That's so cute.
Really, really cool. And that was just one I just traded in my old one, and I got that because it was just too cool. I think I had the original and then that Xbox. Yeah. That's the only two I've had, which is surprising for me. Because one thing I loved about the Xbox 360 is there was a lot of collector editions, and I've always fancied a collector edition console.
I wonder, I can't remember if I had any collector's editions. Let's see.
I'm gonna pull up the list.
Which ones came out? Let's see. Unprepared. While you're doing that, Jerica, let me run through a couple of other things. So the Xbox 360 Slim, so the S, came out in 2010, so 5 years later. And then the Xbox 360E, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look at it really quick. Me neither. But Xbox 360E. Okay. It just looks a little bit different than the Slim. Let me look at it and see if I can find out what's different about it, because I actually don't know. The Xbox 360E was the third and final Xbox 360 revision and is the successor to the Xbox 360S. The console was announced at E3 and released the same day as it was announced at E3. Interesting. The console was also released in Europe. The console was made available in 250. Okay. So, what? I don't actually know what the difference is. Oh, despite being a new model, the Xbox 360E didn't really have any new features compared to the Xbox 360S. When the console was announced, Microsoft stated that it would run quieter and cooler. Because remember how loud those suckers were?
Oh, yeah.
And compared to the original Xbox 360 and the slimmer design.
Oh, I just pulled it up and I remember it now.
Okay.
It looks cool. It was just like it's very boxy.
Yeah, as compared to the Xbox 360, the other two models were like kind of like hourglass-ish shaped.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. As soon as I saw a picture, like looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, I sort of remember.
Did you find any of the collector's editions?
Yes, there's a Halo 4, there's a Gears of War, Modern Warfare 2.
Wait, I might have had that one. Modern Warfare.
Pretty cool. The Star Wars one. There's actually a 360E console that was blue and teal. Trying to see if there's any more. And also I remember like the original Xbox, you could like buy faceplates to like put on the front.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure cool. I have one of those.
I thought that was neat. I love customizing it.
I had the Modern Warfare 3 one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I thought there was more, but maybe that's all. At least I'm just looking on eBay to see what else is out there, and that's all that's showing up. Sort of disappointed, but my there's a Halo 3 one that's really cool. It's like green.
That is cool.
Like army green.
I was gonna say, I bet your Star Wars one's worth a lot.
Yeah, it's not.
Aw.
Not as much as I thought it would be. I mean, for an Xbox 360 that's super old, I mean, $200 isn't too bad.
Yeah.
I want to look up. Oh, you continue if you were continuing.
So the original price for the Xbox 360 when it released was $299. Isn't it crazy to see how prices have increased over the years?
I know it's sort of sad, but makes sense.
And then the Xbox 360 was officially discontinued on April 20th, 2016. So that's a long run. I thought that was very interesting. I did not realize that. And it sold 84 million units as of 2014. I couldn't find as of like 2016, which is when it discontinued. It launched with 18 different titles, including Call of Duty 2, which was the bestseller at launch, and it had an attach rate of 77%. So that's a pretty big amount. 77% of people that bought an Xbox also bought Call of Duty 2. I actually didn't play that one, which is surprising because I'm a big Call of Duty fan. So that is really all of the kind of history I have. I wanted to touch on it a little bit, just kind of, bring us back to the time that we were in. I asked a question on our Instagram. We have a couple of responses. I asked what your favorite Xbox 360 game was if you played Xbox. I got 2 responses, so thank you to those who responded. It was kind of last minute. Our friend of this show, Katie Varden, said Black Ops Zombies. Yes. Mm-hmm, absolutely. Mm-hmm. The origin of the Black Ops Zombies was this console. Then we have Gamer Bear _ said Mass Effect.
Yeah. It wasn't exclusive for a minute. It was you could only play it on Xbox.
Yeah.
360.
So that's
where I played it first.
Yeah. So I assumed that was gonna obviously be on your list. So yeah, thank you guys for responding. And then let's go ahead and get into what games we played, Jarek. I want to hear what your fondest memories of the Xbox 360 are.
So I have to start with one of my favorite games that I ever played on my Xbox. And it's pretty great because I can replay them right now on the newest Xbox that I have. And as soon as I saw that, I downloaded them. But I've started playing the second and third, but one of my favorite games I've ever played on my Xbox 360 is definitely Fable. Fable 2 and 3, respectively. And you can download both of them if you have Game Pass, which is awesome. Now, it's an older game, so it's going to look a little rough around the edges, but man, the type of game that was, and the humor and the world and like the narration brought back so much nostalgia when I started playing it. And just Audrey was watching me play and she was just like, what is this? This is so weird. And I was like, you just had to be here in the moment when it came out. And of course a new Fable game is in the works, which I cannot wait to see how that turns out. But Fable is one of my favorite games of all time.
Aww.
And I remember playing that a lot on the 360. And if you've never played Fable, you definitely should try it out. It's so stupid and silly, but a lot of it's an RPG, so you can decide to be good or bad and buy houses and find a wife or a husband if you want to, settle down, or just cause chaos wherever you go.
That's so cool.
Your character can learn spells, they can get weapons, guns, new swords, you can change their outfits, and it was just something that it was just one of the first RPGs I ever played technically, and I just fell in love with that. I could do whatever I wanted to in this game, and it was really fun. And there's even they introduce emoting in games, emotes for your character. It's sort of how you got people in the town to like you, and when their heart's over or hate you, you can do whatever you want. But one of the emotes was farting, and I was sold. I'm this game, and you can just hold the fart for a long period of time, Kayla. And then some people would just really dig it. You'd have an audience and they'd be yeah. You could just fart, and the people are yeah, and then some of them were ugh.
Wow, what an Xbox 360 game.
let me tell you, that was a selling point for me. So
that's amazing.
I don't know. I love Fable 2 and 3. Some people don't enjoy 3 as much as they did 2, respectively. I get it, but 3's still a really, really good game.
So that's kind of your standout title from your Xbox 360.
That, and of course Halo 3, because I played a lot of Halo 3 online. Mm-hmm. That was my first multiplayer game that I played religiously, and I was even part of an all-girl clan for a minute.
That's
and
so cool.
We would show up and go and do practice, and I remember hopping on and playing with all these girls in this room, and we were all on our mics, and they were all like telling us to line up. Like all these little Master Chief characters were like lined up, and like one at a time we'd like jump and like try to shoot things like to get better at aim. Like it was practice.
Wow.
Like if you didn't show up, you got kicked off. And eventually, guess what? Jerica didn't show up, and I got kicked out.
Oh my gosh!
But I tried my best. I can't remember the name of the clan, but they were really serious, and like you practice like on Thursday nights or something. And that was a lot of commitment for me in a video game. I could be pro right now, but I didn't go to practice, so.
That's amazing. I had no girls to play with. Nobody.
Aww.
I never got to play with any, like, none of my friends were interested in video games. And so I would always get stuck with like creepy guys online. Which usually happened, unfortunately. Yeah, and so I wouldn't have my mic on. For a while I didn't have a mic at all. But my first experience with playing like online and playing like shooter games in general was Black Ops 1. And if I could tell you like how many hours I spent playing Black Ops, it's insane. But it's one of my favorite games of all time as well. And it really it genuinely like makes me feel like it's so funny to think of like a shooter game making you feel warm and fuzzy. But, like, it makes me feel warm and fuzzy because it was, like, I was, like, during this time when I had my Xbox 360, I was going through a really hard time. Like, it was a formative time in my life, but also, like, a lot of, like, stuff was happening in my life that I couldn't control. But, not to get too sappy on us, but, like, that's what video games mean to me, though. Like, I mean, that's, like, I feel like the Xbox 360, even though, like, when I think of, like, the console that I probably played the most, it was Xbox 360. I also think like GameCube was a big console for me as well, and I've talked about that on here, but that was when I was like a good bit younger, and so I feel like the console I can remember the most, that's probably the most memorable, is Xbox 360. So Black Ops was a big one for me. I did have some friends that I did play with, and it was like a every week thing. It was like, I played a lot, like probably close to every day, but we would like meet up on Wednesdays or something, like similar to like what you were saying, and play. Another big one for me was Skyrim. I played a lot of Skyrim on 360.
Yes, I did too, and I ended up only playing like one small slice of Skyrim and just never expanded on it. I got lost.
Me and my brother would play Skyrim a lot. Another one that I really liked was the only Fallout game I've ever played, which is Fallout New Vegas. I loved Fallout New Vegas. I played a lot of that on the 360 as well. I think I would enjoy playing more Fallout games, but I don't know why. That was the one me and my brother had, so I played that one a lot. And I've told you about this before. I didn't really play Halo. For some reason, it like missed me. I don't know. I was more of a Call of Duty gal. So that's what I was playing a lot of. But I did play Halo Reach, and I did like Halo Reach a lot.
That was a good game. It was a good game. I enjoyed Reach too.
And so that was really the only Halo game I played, and I played it on my 360. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay, so I also played Left 4 Dead. Did you play Left 4 Dead?
I did too. Yes, I did.
Did you play it on your 360? I played a lot on my 360.
Did. Yep.
I love a good zombie game.
Me too. And that was, we should definitely, maybe, if we get the stream up and going, we'll play Back 4 Blood, because that's pretty much Left 4 Dead back. It's back in that game.
That's exciting. Another zombie game that I really enjoyed was Dead Island. Did you ever play that?
Yes, yeah. I played all the zombie games, Kayla. You know me.
It was I'm a
zombie lady.
I was too. It was a big craze around this time too. No pun intended, but there was a lot of zombie games happening.
A lot of zombies on consoles.
Yeah.
So.
And then I also loved Modern Warfare 3, which I played a lot of on my Xbox. It was a little bit different. They didn't have zombies, which I was upset about, but that's more of a Black Ops thing, and that's what I played the majority of. I also played a lot of Minecraft.
That's something I never touched.
Really?
So, yeah.
I did play a lot of
Minecraft.
It was more of like a bonding thing, like me and my brother would play together. Another game, I played The Amazing Spider-Man. Did you play that one? Did you play?
I never played it, but I hear it was really good. It was
really
actually pretty decent.
It was good. It was a little difficult, honestly, not gonna lie. And then, of course, I played Star Wars The Force Unleashed. Did you play
Yep,
that?
I did. I don't remember. You know, I got the trip down memory lane thanks to your brother, and that episode's lost forever, but, you know.
Wow.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Now I'm just bringing back bad memories, and your brother helped me remember everything from that game.
Yeah,
or at least the second one.
We're going to have to petition to get him back on.
We do. We should definitely do that, because I honestly, even though he gave me a lot of information, I sort of forgot some of it, so it'd be like we're doing it fresh again.
Yeah. So yes, I loved those games. They were more like, he was like very into them. Again, lost episode, very unfortunate. We were young.
Inexperienced podcasters here.
But those games were very good. Like, very good. And then, of course, I can't finish off my list without talking about Sims. I played Sims 3 Pets, specifically, a lot.
The Pets was a good one.
I love the Pets ones. You know, I'm a big animal fan. So I played a lot of the Pets game. Honestly, that's not even, like, I played a lot of games on 360, but those are kind of the ones that, like, I wanted to touch on that I thought we might have in common, too. Did you play Black Ops at all?
I did. I did play Black Ops.
But
I did play with the lover I had at the time. You know, we played a lot together, and some of his friends, and I don't know, like that
big
that
social game.
When you brought up zombies, like that's the last time I played zombies. It was on my Xbox 360 in my hometown. So that's the last time I remember playing that game.
God, so fun. Yeah, so that's really all the games that I had to touch on. I'm trying to think of any other memories. I just distinctly remember getting it for Christmas, opening it, and thinking, man, my life is complete. Like, this is the pinnacle of happiness.
This is the pinnacle. Nothing gets better than this Xbox 360 underneath the Christmas tree.
Yes.
Okay.
And I knew by the shape of the box, Jerica. I could tell.
You knew it. You're like, yeah, is this what this is, Mom?
My parents would like, they would get like a bigger box and put it in there, and they would like stuff in there, like pennies and like stuff. So where you shook it, it would sound like it wasn't that.
Yeah.
But it got announced in like November, and so I would know. I would be like, I gotta wait till December. I'm gonna get it.
Oh, I'm gonna get it. Yeah.
And that would be like all I would ask for. And my brother,
please.
My brother would also ask for it. So then I would be like, it would sometimes, they would specifically have to address the gift to both of us. Otherwise, one of us would try to be like, it's my Xbox.
That makes sense. I would do the same thing. You know.
But yeah, that's really all I had. I'm trying to think of any other like distinct memories.
My last memory is a good one. I'll share this one. I've told it before, but like at the time, right before I met Audrey, that was my console. Like I didn't jump over to PlayStation until me and Audrey moved in together, and we just started playing on a PlayStation 4.
It's so funny. It's the exact same story with me.
Yeah, it's weird. But before we moved in together, I remember one of the first things I messaged her on Facebook about, I was like, because I knew she was a gamer, so I asked, do you get on Xbox Live much?
She was like,
question mark.
No, of course not.
I was like, do you get on Xbox Live much? And she was just like, yeah. I'm like, we should play Borderlands. Mm-hmm. So I remember us playing, that was like our first mini date. It wasn't a date, but I consider it a date. Because I was interested romantically with her. She didn't know that, I guess. Maybe she did. So we played Borderlands together over Xbox Live because obviously she was living at home and I was in town. So we played, and I was just like, "Well, this is awesome."
Oh, so did she have both
really
consoles?
Pretty girl. We both had Xbox 360s when we started dating. So that's what we played with like when we weren't living together. That's how we played together.
Oh, okay.
And then,
you came together as one and got PlayStation.
When we moved in, girl, I bought both consoles when they came out because Jerica was making money and she didn't have to wait for Santa anymore.
Yes.
So I was like, all right, babe, we're gonna get both of these consoles day one. Or I remember Xbox Series, or the Xbox One came out like a week before the PlayStation. And I remember I got that, and then I got the PlayStation 4. Like, I literally got both consoles when they came out.
That's so exciting, yeah.
And we just stopped playing on the Xbox, and I ended up giving that to a family member. And the rest was history. The PlayStation 4 captured our hearts, and hey, we're back again with Xbox. I'm back.
Yeah, you got both, baby.
I'm back because I smell Halo in the horizon. If Halo's coming back, then I gotta, because I love Halo. Like, it's one of my favorite shooter. Like, it was my first multiplayer game, and I vaguely remember, like, my mom was that was probably the first time my mom was introduced to online things. Because I would be in my bedroom, like, with my headset on, like, and that's when I first started cussing really bad.
Oh my gosh, me too. Yep.
Oh my God. Like, I'd hear people, and it was just like a lot of dudes on there just cussing, and I'd just be like, I'm gonna kick your ass, you know, and just like,
and your mom would poke her head in and be like, what did you just say?
My mom's like, what? Who are you? My mom was like, who are you talking to? I'm like, just people on the internet playing this game. And like, my mom was just like, whatever. But she would just pop in and be like, what? Who are you talking to?
If I can remember,
and I was just playing Halo.
If I can remember correctly,
cussing.
My mom told like me and my brother we couldn't play online for a while. She was like, no, you can't do that. Because like she was worried about people being weird. It was my first console I ever played online.
My mom had no idea.
Yeah.
My mom did not. It didn't even occur to her that could be a problem. Mm-hmm. She didn't even know I was playing with people online. She could have honestly I could have been like, I'm playing with the characters on the actual game. It's not real people, and she went with it. She had just the internet at that time was just like beginning, so to speak, like grow, and like, I mean, this is when our parents didn't use Facebook. Like, no, what was a Facebook?
Especially
like, no
with
one knew that.
Gaming specifically, even, you know, like, especially with that. And because I can also remember with Black Ops 1, couch co-op was still a really big thing. You could play 4 people playing zombies.
Couch co-op. Yeah.
And so you could have, like, it would be so much fun. I'm remembering this now. Like, I would have, like, sleepovers. And even though, like, a lot of my, like, girlfriends didn't play, like, online with me, they would, like, come over for, like, a sleepover, and I convinced them to, like, play zombies with me. And then me and my brother and my dad got, like, super into playing zombies with us. And so we would just see, like, how far of a level we could get to. And, you know, there was a lot of, like, random weird, like, cheats you could do where if you, like, a lot of Easter eggs. Call of Duty did a lot of Easter eggs. Where if you, like, did XYZ, then something weird would happen.
That's
so
cool.
Lots of fond memories with Xbox 360. Let us know. I would love to hear your I know I posted our question a little late, but maybe when this episode goes live I'll post it again or something like that.
I'll say one last thing. I also remember being blown away it just occurred to me, sorry, I didn't mean to interject.
No, it's okay.
I remember being blown away by graphics for the first time with this specific game on Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And just the vast open world games had not hit this pinnacle before. And as soon as this was the first game I was like, oh my God, like I can go there in this game. I could go over there. Mm-hmm. It was Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, yeah. I felt that way about
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I felt that way about Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim. Yeah. We're similar.
Yeah, Skyrim was like a very similar thing. Just like, oh my God, this is what games are. Is this like, how does it get better than this? And
little did we know.
Of course little did we know it keeps getting better. And I remember seeing Red Dead Redemption 2 and I was just like, holy smokes, this game is so pretty. But if you look at it now, it's like, what? What did my eyes think? So,
which is so weird to think about.
For its time, it was gorgeous, but it's just crazy how far technology has come.
Yeah, I actually didn't play Red Dead.
God, such a good game. It was so amazing.
They remastered it, didn't they? Or is it the same?
I don't think so. I don't think they've remastered 2.
Oh, okay.
They just got the newest one, Red Dead Redemption. What? No, wait. Am I confusing myself? Like, there was another Red Dead game or some kind of game? No, it's Red Dead Redemption, Xbox 360. I'm sorry. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is the newest one that you can play on PS4.
Yes.
And PS5.
Yes.
So I take that back. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption was the game. Obviously, I played on 360. I was just like, oh my God, this looks so good.
I felt that way about Skyrim, and I think one of the Black Ops 2, I was like, wow, look at their skin and their hair, and now I look at it and I'm like, ugh.
Which, by the way, Fallout Vegas, you can also download that on Game Pass, and
you should play.
The graphics on that was, ew, oh my god.
Bad.
It's just funny. Oh, I was like, oh, this looks
it's so
rough
funny.
around the edges, but at its time, very great game.
Which is, yeah, it's crazy to think about how we looked at that. We're like, yeah.
I did the character creator. I was just like, oh, God. Man, she looks rough. She had a rough night.
All right, well, it's been so much fun reminiscing about Xbox 360. Let us know what you think, what console we should do next. That would be...
Yeah, please do. We, I think, I know you asked me earlier which ones we've done. I think, did we do PlayStation or PlayStation 2?
Wait, I think we did PS2. Also, I forgot really quick. I cannot believe that I did this.
Oh.
I forgot one of my favorite games on Xbox 360.
Dang, Kayla.
Wow, how did
What
I
was
forget? Viva Pinata.
I was about to say, like, oh, it's Viva Pinata.
I forgot.
There were so many great games for
that
it,
was
so
my
it's
favorite.
easy to forget.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't my top favorite, but Viva Pinata, love it so much. Came out in 2006.
Also on Game Pass, so.
Oh, man, Jericho. So good. It's just weird. It's wacky, but I spent a lot of time on it. Because, I love a good sim game. It's a sim game. You can garden. You raise these little pinata animals.
It's cute.
Love it.
It's fun.
Anyway, sorry. I just had a freak out moment because I can't believe I forgot. But I don't know. Did we do PS2? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
But we've done a couple. It's a series.
Yeah.
It's been a while since our last one. But yeah, we'll do another one, of course, soon. Let us know if you have any suggestions, and we are gonna try to figure out our stream stuff. So keep an eye on that, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Until next time.
Platypus.
Platypus.